Hey, look, it's the TheKaijuCollector. Yay! Hey everyone, Nathan the Kaiju Collector, and today we will be taking a look at the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla from Shin Godzilla. Now, this figure was released back in 2016, but I currently have the 2024 reissue up here. Now, I am posting this video on this day because today is the 9th anniversary of Shin Godzilla, and this figure is 9 years old. So, we have to figure out, is this figure still good 9 years later? Let's find out. Taking a look at the tag, we have Godzilla 2016, Nippon tai Godzilla, or Japan versus Godzilla. Godzilla 2016, Godzilla 2024. Here's the inside of the tag, pause to read the translation. Here's the back of the tag with the kata of Shin Godzilla's dorsal fins, Bandai Namco, Bandai, Godzilla, Shin Godzilla, Movie Monster Shirizu, Movie Monster Series, and that's pretty much it with this figure's tag. Alright, let's get this figure into the big fat top loader. There you go, that looks better. So now that we're done with that, let's take a look at this figure's articulation. Alright, so Shin Godzilla doesn't have anything at the head, nothing at the tail at any of these segments, but he can go all the way around at the arms here. Yes, both of them can rotate. The legs can go all the way around. Be careful to not scrape the toes, the toe pin here. And yeah, that's basically in terms of articulation. 10 out of 10. Now that we're done with that, let's take a look at this figure's painting and sculpting. Now, taking a look at Godzilla's head here, there's a lot to talk about. First off, we have to take a look at this Mayfall looking detail with the soulless white eyes. This is not GMK Goju, by the way. Nice teeth here. Honestly, looks better than the 2019 Godzilla, which was released 3 years after this figure, by the way. Fantastic detail on the neck with some fantastic, absolutely fantastic paint around the neck. It is all across it. It's very nice. On the body, we get some beautiful paint here. Just look at it. Look at the red. Just look at it. It's like, it fades in really well. It looks like something that would be on Shin Godzilla because they managed to get red paint and then overlay it with black paint. Very nice, but unfortunately, that is not present throughout the rest of the body, mainly because of the design, which, as shown here, details kind of smooth, as you can see here, so it will be pretty difficult to pull off this onto here. The waist here, it looks like they could have done it, but I guess they just wanted to save money or something, I don't know. And yeah, it's the same on both sides. Thighs look very nice, with some absolutely fantastic details. The knees, they look like knees. Toes look nice, with some very nice paint here, and a little bit of a paint chip there, it's fine. Little toes here and there. Not bothered that these are painted, but one thing that does bother me is this. When I first saw this figure, I thought the shin could move or something, but no. So yeah, it's basically a solid piece, but when you look at it from afar, it does look like it could like articulate or something, especially here. Look at this and this, it look like separate pieces. I don't know why. Taking a look at this very, very long tail here, we can see that we get some absolutely fantastic details here. Unfortunately, it is not painted. As you can see here, it is just a solid black piece with the tail tip here, which I'm going to talk about right now. Now, unlike the NECA Shin Godzilla, this tip of the tail looks so much better than that. As you can see here, it looks like the NECA one, honestly, but the paint looks so much better, no weird yellow parts. And this side is where the tail really shines. As you can see, you could kind of see a face peeking through there. As you can see the teeth and the eyes, I assume. Bony-like detail looks very nice, especially at the bottom. And the actual tail itself has some very unique designs. As you can see here, this part here in particular has some very long spikes, but when you get to the base of the tail here, it's kind of, you know, kind of short and stumpy. Same with near the absolute end of the tail where it's the tip. Now, these dorsal fins, they're okay. As you can see, they look pretty nice. Just look at the paint and everything. As you can see, the dorsal fins are not the red as you can see here like on the tag. It's like a kind of off red, which it's fine, but it's no NECA Shin Godzilla in terms of the red. I will say, the detail on the dorsal fins is absolutely fantastic. Still prefer this design over the NECA Shin Godzilla, which, yeah, I don't know what they were doing here. This looks very, very good. And yeah, that's basically in terms of paint and detail, which I'm gonna give a solid 8 out of 10. Now, let's do some size comparisons. Oh no, my ruler is all the way in the back.
I got it.
So, Shin Godzilla here is basically almost 7 inches tall. Wow, he is very tall, but he is very long. As you can see from here, if we go from the tip of the tail to his head, he is basically a foot long. I can't even get him all the way into the shot here, but yeah, he is basically a foot long. And now for size comparisons. Here he is next to Movie Monster Series Gamera 1999, Movie Monster Series Megalon and Jet Jaguar Retro Color version, and of course, the Godzilla Island Monster Series Heisei Era Godzilla figure. Wow, this thing is tall. So overall, he is a absolutely fantastic figure. If you don't have a Shin Godzilla figure in your collection, I highly recommend getting this figure and probably the other forms, which I don't have, but they're pretty good. Overall, I'm giving this figure a solid 9 out of 10 in terms of the overall figure. Highly recommend it once again. And a stellar piece in your collection unless you don't have the shelf space, which personally I just put him on the back of my shelf looking like this. So yeah, that's what I do. Anyways, collection videos coming out soon. I just have to get some stuff done, and that's pretty much it. See you guys later.